Hello, everyone. Among many things, there is something Italians are famous and proud of: the espresso. And these days, in a world that is changing so fast, it is actually acquiring much more value. You combine the taste, the energy, the pleasure, and you drink it very fast. So today, we're not only walking, we are running into the future of work. And as usual, we're going to check whether some of our partners are really walking their talk. So let me put down my espresso and introduce you Stefano Scabbio, President of Southern Europe of ManpowerGroup, a fellow Italian. Ciao Stefano, very nice to see you.
And how are you doing?
The chance to talk to you. So let me ask you, first of all, how did you get to know JA?
Yeah, was actually, Salvatore, thank you for the introduction. Was back to really many years ago. I was not even, the country manager of Italy at the time. And we need to go back to, I believe it was 2016. So when we, for the first time, get the opportunity to really meet the GA team, and it was in the occasion of Impresa in Azione, the event that we are usually running, and we are still running actually, as one of the most successful event to help young people to become closer to the entrepreneurial education. So that was the time. And I do believe that in Italy, we became one of the first international and multinational company to join JA.
Indeed, I have a proof of your presidency, which made it to the headlines over here. Back in the day. Junior achievement a un nuovo presidente de Stefano Scabbio. Well, let me tell you, you look younger. That was about 12 years ago already. But I was looking at the computers on the back of it. Do you remember these old days in which we could not even imagine in the world of work in which we are today? And we are very, very lucky to count on ManpowerGroup among our closest partners. Could you share with us one of the memory you have with Junior Achievement in Italy?
Many memories, many really wonderful time we spent together, because we have been running many projects with JA, and this goes back, I believe, to our values, to really the understanding of the importance of the young generation as a key pillar, to help them really continue learning and develop the skills that are very important for entering in the world of work. What I remember is really one event, and we were in Cagliari, in Sardinia, where we hosted at the time the international event for the Impresa in Azione, enterprise in action.
Nice to host it.
Yeah, we hosted, and it was a great event because, of course, you can imagine we have thousands of young guys coming from different countries in Europe, and really have the opportunity not only to present their enterprise, which is the aim at the end, the goal of this beautiful experience and exercise, but also socializing each other. And also, it was summer, and this is, you can imagine, in Cagliari during summer, with a lot of young people together, presenting at the market their own enterprise. And also, also the local government was involved in such a kind of experience. And I do believe that this was really memorable. And this is why I have really a great remember of the time, you know.
What do you need more? Private sector, civil society, public institution coming all together, and the energy of those young people out there. And I can bet this really stick into your memory forever. In 3 words, Stefano, how would you describe what we do? For those one who do not know, how would you describe what we do?
You know, I do believe the importance of JA is really try to give the opportunity to young people to develop some of the most important skills. You know that you were mentioning at the beginning what is happening after the pandemic, this acceleration, you know, that the pandemic has brought in the market, which is actually not only driven by an acceleration in technology, but we can easily see how much skills are becoming relevant, and we are really living in a skills revolution actually. So I do believe that young people, they needed to rapidly learn soft skills, which are becoming very important in this very moment in the world of work. And you know why? Because actually companies, employers are becoming much more flattened, are less hierarchical in approach, and they are working much more through projects that are really horizontal across the organization. So learning soft skills like really communication, leadership, learning the emotional intelligence, learnability. This word is really very important. How we can continue learning, you know, in order to stay employable in such a kind of volatile and challenging market. So the adaptability as well. So those are also skills that I believe Union Achievement with many of the projects that it's running, they are really helping young people to learn and to be ready for work, to be ready for entering in the world of work with really the right step. And I do believe this is the most important value that I see.
From vertical to horizontal, from a static to an accelerator, all through learnability. That's a key word out there we're taking out of this walk the talk. And for ManpowerGroup, I mean, you're a great partner. Everybody knows ManpowerGroup. Everybody knows the talent that ManpowerGroup provides to the client and to society. Why JA's mission is important to ManpowerGroup?
But because, as I said at the beginning, you know, of our conversation, Salvatore, this is really our foundation, you know, our values and people, knowledge, innovation. Those are the values that are still valid after 70 years of history in our company. And we do believe that we needed to invest in the young generation, in the young people, because young people are the pillars for the growth, which is important for the society. So doing well by doing good, as well as for our clients, because of course we are providing strategic and operational flexibility to our clients, as well as we need to have the right people with the right skills in the right place, which is even more importantly right now after the pandemic. So helping young people to understand how to stay relevant in the market, we do believe is good for the society, as well as is good for our business.
Doing well by doing good. I love that, absolutely. But they got a lot of frustration, and this pandemic has been affecting them quite a lot. Many out there are calling this the COVID generation, the lost generation, the generation of the unemployed. We're taking a different approach. For JA Europe and at JA Europe, we believe that this young generation are tomorrow's heroes. So what do you think? It's a lost generations, or those are really tomorrow's heroes?
I'm very confident, I'm very passionate when we are talking about young people and with them the opportunities that they could really give to our society and to our growth. But you are right when you say that this pandemic actually has actually widened a little bit the bifurcation in the labor market between the haves one and the have not, So the people that have got the skill and the people that have not got the skills. And unfortunately, some of the young people as well as women, and the minority ethicals have been disrupted during the pandemic. But this goes back a little bit to the traditional model that we have in our society that I do believe, and you know it pretty well, is not really based on job enablement, but it's still more linked to the job protection. So I do believe that we need to reinforce the opportunity to reskill and upskill, people, especially the younger generation, in order for them to be ready for work and entering in the world of work with really different skills, the proper skills, and help the society and as well the company to really drive their growth and accelerate. So for me, they are a key pillar. So I'm really very committed. I'm working very closely, in all the project that JA is running at the moment, as well as I'm personally involved in supporting some of the startup, because I'm really a very fond believer of the importance of helping young people in being successful. But it's a big challenge. And this is, it's one of the topics that we see also in Davos conversation. Actually, is an hot topic because some of the governments are not proactive in developing upskilling and reskilling, especially for the young people, and also the educational system is not always very well connected. And this acceleration is really rising up all those challenges at the same time. So they are coming together. On one side, the lack of education that has to be closer, the combination with what the employer need, not currently, but in let's say 5-10 years time, as well as how governments could really support the combination of the two in order to have a better generation and a better welfare at the end for everyone.
Well, listening to you, there is a tagline that I always like it, because I witnessed it on my skill, which is talent is universal, but opportunities are not. So there is a need of focusing and providing opportunities to those who are not, because talent is out there, is everywhere. We need to find it, that talent. But another point that you just mentioned is about imagining the future. We cannot go back to the same sort of cycle in which we're just preparing the young generation for the work of today. We need to imagine already the work of tomorrow, and we need to prepare them for the jobs, for the skills that are in need tomorrow. So what would be your advice to a young person today? Let's visualize it. I mean, you're an Italian, let's call it Mario, Antonio, Francesca, or Alessandra. To those young people that are already, what is your advice to them?
Yeah, I have, a very simple advice. First of all, be passionate about what you like to do and what you want to do, and be focused, in understanding which are the skills that you need to really accomplish your dream, I would say, and tackle your mission as well. And again, back to what we said before, learnability, the ability to continuous learning, having, multiple experience, but learning out of any of them it's really crucial, and also your ability to adapt to this volatile environment, challenging environment. So adaptability as well, I believe is very important. But I'm very confident because I know a lot of young people that they challenge themselves. They are heroes, in such a kind of market. Of course, they need a little bit of trust and support, and this is about us. And I do believe that now, leaders like us in let's say in multinational companies, they need to provide support and coach the young generation, because, as I said at the beginning, this will be our future. They will be the heroes of our future. So we need to really support them and coach them in order to really help them to be successful.
Grazie mille, Stefano. Grazie mille for sharing your views, your memory, your advice, and for your continued support to
Thank you so much, Salvatore. It's always really not only a pleasure, but it's giving to me a lot of energy, and passion. And this is, it's all, when you have passion and energy, you can do whatever you like.
When you have passion and energy, you can do whatever you want, whatever you like. There's no better way of ending up this walk the talk, if not by drinking my espresso. See you next, everybody. And thank you so much, Stefano. Ciao.
Thank you so much, Salvatore. Bye-bye. Ciao.